Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. We are going to play some car mechanics tonight. One of my favorites. So if you remember the last time we played, we restored a Mazda rotary engine. It was a Mazda RX-3 and it had a rotary engine in it. I'd never done that before. I thought that was pretty cool. Hope y'all enjoyed that. So tonight, I want to do some more rebuilds like that, but first, I want to get these customer cars out of here. So as you see, we have this Ford F350 right here, and we've got this is just one of those in-game cars, Bullthorn. So this is actually the one of the mission cars, but we're going to start with this Ford right here. So I don't remember what's wrong with this thing. Car's loud, transmission not responsive, gears slipping, fixed body parts. So mainly we're going to fix the exhaust. Okay, yeah, that's all it is. We already found that. Transmission, probably going to replace the clutch, the clutch plate, the pressure plate, maybe the bearing. It's only 2 parts, so it might even need a new transmission. Hopefully not. Gears keep slipping, so that's going to be the pressure plate and everything. So it is probably going to need a new transmission, and then we'll fix these body parts. So it won't be too hard. Go ahead and get it over here to the lift, and we'll get started on it. There we go. Hope everybody had a great day today. My day was pretty good. Spent most of my day at my desk finishing up paperwork. Oh, no, we ain't taking tires off. And that's the one exhaust pipe. So, exhaust pipe C. I guess I should make sure I don't have one. Alright, I don't. That would be my luck. This game seems it's not bright. Fix the brightness on this. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna turn this brightness up. It's kind of bugging me. I gotta have brightness on the light. Brightness. Oh, weird. Alright, we're not gonna worry about that. It'll just be a little dim, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. Nothing can be perfect. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, so we bought our exhaust pipe. Exhaust fixed. Transmission. Whoa. Oh, there we go. There we go. Gearbox. Okay, yes, that looks pretty bad. I might have a feeling we're going to have to replace the whole thing along with the transfer case. Let's see if we can examine it. We're going to have to take it off the car to examine it. Oop, not mount. Okay, the starter looks good. So we're not going to have to replace that at least. Still have to take it off. And we'll start with the drive shaft. There we go. Definitely gonna need a new transfer case, I have a feeling. See if maybe we can repair it, but you never know with these old parts like this. Sometimes they're too much to repair. Okay, so clutch release bearing, and all this is gonna have to be replaced. This poor guy, whoever sent me this truck, has been sitting in my garage for, oh man, no telling how long. No items to work with. Okay, so they're too busted up to repair, so we're just going to have to replace the entire assembly there. Just to make sure, it should show. Yep, gearbox, transfer case, and all the clutch parts. Yep, so might have some of these parts in stock because, like I've said before, I always accidentally buy stuff. Okay, so I have one that's 65%. If you look at the car status, it'll usually tell you repair with minimal parts condition 93. So if I'm going to use an old part, it has to be at least 93%. We're not going to get our points. Okay, so can't use any of those flywheels. Just buy a new one. No big deal. Alright. And the clutch plate. Why is this game jumping around like that? Come on. Got a bunch of clutch plates, so that's good. Clutch pressure plate. Gonna need one of those. Pressure plate. And a release bearing. There we go. Simple as that. So another reason we want to kind of get rid of some of these cars is so we can start doing some more builds. We need to get some more money. Money is getting pretty low. Oh, wait, I don't think we can buy. Oh, yeah, you can. I was thinking of performance gearboxes. And we are not buying a performance gearbox. Just a V8. Where you at? Where you at? There it is. Yeah, I saw today. Apparently, there's a bunch of mods out for this game. I've never really looked into that, so it's something I want to do. This game will be fun to mod. Get some other different looking cars, you know. 4x4 transfer case. 4x4. Gotta have that. Can't off-road without that. Thank y'all, everybody that has followed and liked my page so far. I really appreciate it. You know, 1 week, I've already hit 55, I think was the last time I checked. 55 likes and follows. That's pretty good. I'm excited. I hope we keep trending upward in the right direction and get some more daily viewers. That'd be pretty cool. And play some games with you guys. Alright, so that should cover all the mechanical parts. Now we just have to fix. All fix. Now body parts, hood, right door, trunk, left fender, right left door, rear. Okay, so it's all random stuff. I'm going to have to try to remember this. Alright, so let's just take off the hood, the right door, and the trunk. Hood, right door, and front left fender, front bumper, and rear left fender. Right fender, and then the front left door window and the rear left door window. Alright, so now we need to repair those pieces. Good deal. So far, so good. Sweet. We repaired everything. I just put it back on. Might not even have to repaint it. I don't think I've ever been able to do that before. Assemble. There we go. Sweet. We don't even have to paint it. It's huge. Alright. Sorry for the lag, guys. I'm not really sure why it's lagging so bad tonight. Kind of annoying. It's like a brand new truck. So we're gonna need a new door window, left door window, F350. No, not the interior shop. Come on now. F350. Oh, not a 3350. Am I not in the right place still? Oh, duh. Body shop. Losing my head. Alright, so that was the left rear. Right window. Left front. Left rear. Okay. There we go. And that is it. We've completed this car. Oh, wait, hold on. Front bumper and the front left door window. Gotta install that. Almost forgot about that. You gotta be kind of mad if we, what did it say? The front left door window? I thought I replaced that. Okay. I guess he wants it 100%, not 83. Okay, so I guess we gotta buy a left front window. There we go. Alright. So we spent $6,800 and we're gonna get $16,809. Cars are completed, front license plate. Whenever you take off the bumper, it'll take off everything that's with the bumper as well, including the license plate, even though it looks like it's there. That's bonkers, but whatever. Now we can fit. Oh, I bet it's going to be a rear. Oh, got it. There we go. Simple as that. Now this one over here is going to be more of a challenge. Obviously, this is one of the game cars. Okay, so the interior needs much needed attention. So I'm thinking it's gonna need some, I wonder if it starts. Let's see if it starts. Oh, I don't need to be in body disassemble mode. Nope, I don't need to be in that either. Why is it still? Just normal mode, thank you. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Nothing. Alright. I bet the battery's dead. So this will actually tell you all the electrical stuff wrong with the car, not just the battery. So the starter needs a new starter, so that's why it's not cranking. The battery is not great, but it's not good either. But it should be okay. Shouldn't be the issue. So you can always go back and look at your status, and it'll tell you parts you discovered. And there's the stuff we discovered by doing that little test just now. So we need a new starter. Alright, so in order to get this car into the test track over here and figure out everything that's wrong with it, we're going to need to get the starter fixed first. We can go ahead, we can't run a compression test because it won't even turn over. We can do a fuel pressure test, see if there's any fuel issues. All the fuel components needs a fuel filter. So there's one more thing that's been added to our list. Salmon tools. Electronic meter. This should work too. This will give us some more. Alright, ABS module, that's the brake system, and everything else looks good. I mean, not good, but I doubt that's what they want to fix. Yeah, see, none of those spark plugs are on there. Okay, so let's get the starter fixed. Once we get the starter fixed, we can at least get the car cranked up. Probably have to replace the fuel filter too. From up there. Let's see if we can fix the starter before we buy one. And so we'll just buy us a starter real quick. And we'll switch out that fuel filter, and then in theory it should start up. But I bet there's going to be some more issues. Alright, got our starter. Okay. So if you've never worked on a car before or don't have any idea about a car and you want to play this game, but you're worried, I wouldn't be. It's not that hard. I mean, I do have a little bit of experience mechanically, but this isn't a hard game to play. You can figure it out pretty quick. Especially once you just rip a few engines apart, just kind of see how they go together. Alright, so we will go ahead and take this ABS module off. Looks to me like the entire thing needs to be fixed. The ABS pump doesn't look very good either. I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And the fuel filter. Alright, doubt we can fix any of those, but we're going to try because those ABS modules are not cheap. Yeah, can't fix those. Alright, well, you know, I want to make sure that that pump is bad. I have a feeling it is, but before I just buy one. ABS pump. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so you can tell by things, you can tell if things are bad by just how much rust is on them. So, you know, you get a little bit of rust on these older engines and stuff, but stuff that is covered in rust is stuff you got to worry about. It's terrible. Like this power steering pump, that's one of the things we're going to have to replace. See how rusty it is compared to everything else. I mean, there's hardly any steel showing. These belts, they're probably going to have to be replaced if I had to guess. I wonder if I can examine. I just want to look at it. Yep, just like I thought. Those belts, red, pulley, orange. So you can click through all these if you want to, and it doesn't take too much time, but you can also take it on a test drive, and it'll tell you a lot of stuff that you might need to know. Taking all that off the car. Okay, let's buy the ABS stuff in the fuel filter and try to get this thing started. ABS. I wonder if I have one in inventory. I need to look. You just take a peek because those are expensive and I'm trying to save money, you know. I used to have this kind of I used to have it pretty well organized, but I hadn't been in here in a while. Doesn't look like I have ABS pump. Oh man, never mind. Trash one. Sell it? Yeah, I'll sell it for 42. Might as well. I don't know why I have any of this stuff in here. I think you could sell by. You should be able to sell stuff that you can't fix. Might have to just do that for my. Okay. So go back into our tablet. go ahead and buy a new ABS pump and module and a fuel filter. There we go. Throw that back on. Oh, that's not what I do. Now the ABS shouldn't have anything to do with the car not starting, but definitely want it to stop if we take it out to the test track, so that's why we're going to mess with that. Alright, and then our fuel filter. Alright, let's see if it's going to start. There we go. Took a little bit, took a little coercing, but we got it. Alright, so that's good. Now we can move it over here to our test track. Move it to test path. So the test path is going to test the brakes and the suspension. And it's going to tell you everything that's wrong underneath the car. You can't do this if the car won't start. It's going to tell you what to do here, and it's going to measure everything. So the brakes are okay. Might make us change those. Usually they won't make you change them unless they're red. Rear brakes, same condition, a little bit better. Now suspension. I don't want to mess with the suspension. I don't think it's going to I have a feeling we'll have to replace all of it. Alright, not the worst. Okay. So the brake servo, rubber bushings, brake pads. See, it just went through a whole list of stuff for us. So this is a lot easier than going through there and examining every single part, you know. So we've got some, let's see, brake pad, rubber bushing, shock absorbers. Okay, so it's not a ton of stuff, but it'll take us a second. Alright. Let's go drive it on the test track. So the test track is going to tell you more steering components. It'll even get into some of the suspension items too that test might have missed. It'll get into so you got your acceleration test first. So this is going to be kind of fuel system. Alright, so front springs, drive axle, outer tie rods. Alright, so pretty much a lot of the suspension. Ugh, no fun. That's I hate working with the suspension. It gets old after a while. Like I said, I like to just rebuild the cars from scratch. But you got to make money to do that, so got to get this done. Alright, so let's see if we found everything. Part not discovered. Okay, so there's a few parts that we haven't discovered yet. Oh, quite a few. Oh, compression test. We can do a compression test now that the car starts. So let's do that real quick. That's probably what we're missing. Hopefully, pistons or something. Crankshaft. That's all we got out of that. Need some new tires. Yep, gonna need some new tires, I guarantee it. Sure is. Son of a gun. Alright, so we got a lot of work to do right here. Okay, let's, I guess we'll start with the tires first. Oh, gotta lift it up. Gotta lift it up. This is old raggedy car right here. Old ragged. Alright. So, oh yeah, you see how rusty this stuff is under here. This is gonna take some elbow grease. So what I usually do here is I'll take all this off piece by piece. You don't have to replace that knuckle right there. Replace this tie rod and steering rack. And the shock absorber. Just kind of go piece by piece so you don't get lost here. Take the whole car apart and then try to put it back together, you know. I'm just gonna get it to where I can take that sway bar off. I'm gonna make sure that's everything. Let's see what we can repair. Might be able to repair some stuff out of it. This off the sway bar. Alright. I have to get under the rack. Okay, might as well just lift it up all the way then. Take this sway bar off. Steering rack. Oh, it's going to need a new drive axle for sure. Alright, so I don't believe we're going to need to replace these components. We can look at it. Okay, so as long as it's not red. Okay, these bushings, those have to be replaced. It's like all four of them. Anything that's red, you're going to usually have to replace. Orange and yellow, you don't have to mess with it. When I first started playing this game, it bugged me that there was like so much stuff on here that really needed to be replaced, but it didn't want you to. So I would just replace everything, and I spent way too much money doing that. I literally would take a car and just completely rebuild it. So if you're wondering, I had a bunch of these that I bought from one of our builds. That's why just go ahead and put them in now so I don't forget about it. Alright, now I might have a steering rack. No. And no. And no. So the shock absorber itself is not bad, it's just the front spring and the front shock absorber cap. So if we want to reuse this, we have to unpack it. Okay. So if you watch my last stream, you know that you have to join these parts on this machine to put them on the car. But you also have to separate them if you're going to take them off. Alright, take the parts, separate the second as well just go ahead and buy the 2 parts I need. So I need a spring, 2 of these, and 2 front caps. There it is. Alright. So now that we did that, we'll just go ahead and put these back together. Get some new shocks on that car. Alright. There we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and see what we can repair. Good deal. Sweet, we replaced everything we needed to, so we can go ahead and put all this back together. I know some of it was too bad off to even try, so we're gonna have to buy some stuff to do this anyway. I know it didn't do the the front drive axle, so we do need that. This front drive axle D. There we go. Inner tie rod. That didn't look like it needed to be replaced. Make sure it's not on here. Inner tie rod. There's one inner tie rod. Huh. I'll just go ahead and replace them. 2 inner tie rods. I guess it helps if I type. Y'all, let me know how your week's going so far. Is everybody having a great week or what? We're halfway to the weekend. Who's got big plans? I don't really know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I don't think it's going to rain. I would like to go out and eat. I'm really craving some Chinese food. My wife's not kind of scared of the buffets right now though, with everything going on, which I understand. But man, I tell you what, I love Chinese food. That's my kryptonite. Alright. Is the brake disc part of it? Let's check. Ventilated brake disc. I don't see it. Okay, so just want to make sure, I don't want to put everything back on and then take it back off, you know. Alright, I think we're good. Ventilated brake disc. Golly, that just doesn't look like... Alright, let me make sure one more time. Ventilated brake disc. Is this on our list? Ventilated brake disc, I don't see it. And it would have been discovered as soon as we took it off if it needed to be replaced. Alright, guess we're going. Brake pads. Gonna have to buy some brake pads. Probably gonna need some for the back too, so I'm just gonna go ahead and buy 4. And we were able to replace our calipers, so that's good. And the caliper cylinder. And the wheel hub bearing. Make sure we don't have to do that. Wheel hub bearing. Nope, I don't see it. It's probably going to get down to, we're going to get everything on that list fixed, and it's going to be a son of a gun to figure out what we're missing. Front drive axle A, 2 of those. I hope the other side is B. I bet it's B. I need to put the tires on because we have to replace those as well. Now, where is the one that I replaced? Did I not take it off the machine? What in the world? I know I joined 2 of these things. I put 1 on. Where did the other one go? Huh. Did I not join it? I swear I did. Ah. Whoa, hold on. Okay, so... I'll tell you what, I'm just going to buy a whole assembly here. Well... Did it need a wishbone shock absorber? It doesn't look like it. Front shock's not anymore. No, sure doesn't. Okay, so I know I bought 2 perfect front springs and 2 caps. But I guess I'll do it again. That's annoying. I know I did 2 of those. I'm not crazy. I swear. I swear. Ooh, it's a little hot in here. Gotta turn my fan on. Alright. Alright. Pull that sucker off. Bar. Gonna need a sway bar. Sway bar B. Brake is ventilated, and front drive axle ready. There we go. Not too bad. This is the annoying part right here, all the steering components and everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything on this side. Need this sway bar. Connector. Front drive shaft B. I need one of these. I feel like I'm gonna need a new transfer case. I don't know. We're gonna wait. I bet the gearbox has some issues too. Do I have to take this off to look at it? So those are good. Those are good. That's good. Drive shaft. Come on, I should be able to look at it, right? Master mechanic. Okay. So let's take off these back tires. If we can get this one done, we're gonna start a build tonight. Go and I don't know if I really have anything that I would like to build in the garage right now, but everything else looks pretty good. I wonder if I have one. Rear sway bar, rear end link. Rear sway bar. No, the sway bar looks good. Anyway, I think I'll take y'all to the junkyard. Look around the junkyard, see what we can find. Gonna need some training, looks like. Oh, we didn't. Let's see, was the spring bad? Yeah, the spring was bad. Buy one because it has to be 100%, so might as well just spend the money. shock absorber cap. So there's one cap. Might as well just replace both. I don't know. The other one's probably the worse off, but let's see if we can see it. Yeah, looks like it might be the other one, but that's okay. Let's see. They both look similar, to be honest with you. That kind of helps you see everything that you got to replace. Let's just put this back on and see if it turns red. It should. Alright, yeah, we're good there. It's going to be that other one. Everything else over here, good. I'm going to have to replace this. Better check. Look at that, it was A. I was about to buy the wrong one. Gotta double check myself every time or I will mess it up. Alright. Mufflers are good. Fuel tank. Fuel pump is good. That's the servo. I gotta remember to take that off. Alright, let's go to here now. There's also some bushings. Ah, yes, these bushings are bad. On both sides, it looks like. These top bushings are good. It's just these. Alright. Go ahead and just put one of them ones I already have in there. Don't forget. Check in a second. Sway bar. It's going to do drive axle. And new brake pads. Bought some of those earlier, so we're good there. I think it needs calipers. They weren't red, but I'll make sure. I don't even see the front calipers. Mine and I had to replace the calipers at all, and I didn't replace them. I was able to fix them, but that also costs money. I'm not doing that unless I have to. Alright, drive axle, I'm gonna need 2 of those. Oop, don't need that yet. Actually, I do think we're gonna have to buy a new coil spring rear drive axle. I think it was bad. Oh no, it's good. It's a good. Things I'm going to be scratching my head about, trying to figure out what in the world I'm missing. Good deal. So let's go ahead and put the spring back on. And the rear spring cap. Oh, I already had one. Son of a gun. Make sure. Alright, let's head back over here because I believe there's another bushing hiding over here somewhere. Right there. Alright, everything else is good. Blake Weber, thanks for following, man. I really appreciate that. Come and hang out with us. This is good. Brake pads, new. Brake caliper. Good to go. Hub bearing. Good. I should have already bought one. Deal. Alright. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Good. Oh. See a rubber bushing. It looks like it needs. Oh, I guess it's good. Let's see if we got all the rubber bushings. Rear shock absorber A. Okay, so I'm missing a rear shock absorber. Must have forgot to put it on. I think I did. Rear shock absorber cap. Okay, so maybe it does want me to replace this one over here. I thought I'd bought one. No. Happy now. Okay, rear shock absorber A, still need that. Rim, belts, not discovered. Power steering pump. Starter, not discovered. Sway bar front end link, B. Okay. So we've just about got all these components. Almost there. Almost. Gotta go replace those sway bar links up there in the front. I thought they didn't need to be replaced, but I guess they did. Which one needs to be replaced? It's yellow. That one's almost red. I bet it's this one. Might have one in my inventory. And I don't. Okay, so it's front end link B. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I should have everything except the engine components and the tires done. Brakes and all the little stuff should be done. That's the annoying stuff. Part not discovered. That's going to be the fun part, discovering these parts, and I guarantee you they're under the hood. Oh wait, hold on, go back up. Pull that transmission off. I bet this transfer case is one of the things that needs to be replaced. Once we start taking these parts off, we'll see some other things pop up that need to be replaced. Drive shaft, transfer case. Oh, I know this. It's got to be replaced. Let's see what condition it was in. Oh yeah, that's one of the things we have to deal with. Alright, that's a new starter. We put that on already, but we got to take it off. To the clutch parts. Go ahead and take all of them off. put any of that back on. Alright, so we're going to have to take all this apart now. Let's see if we added anything to our list. Yeah, the transfer case, flywheel. So we're down to, looks like 2 parts that we haven't discovered yet. Hopefully we discover them as we are pulling this engine out of the car. Alright, let's see. Take the manifold off, just disconnect it from the exhaust system so we can pull the engine out. 46%. See, it'll tell you up here at the top too. Pull it off. I forgot about that. Alright, oil filter. That looks like it's going to have to be replaced. I bet that's one of the parts. Okay, forgot to drain the oil. So before you pull an engine out, make sure you drain the oil. You don't want to miss. Oil filter off. 25%. Yeah, that's one of the pieces. Okay, so let's see. Oil filter was added. So 1 part. That's going to be the doozy. It's going to be hard to figure that one out, I guarantee it. Let's get this engine pulled out. A lot easier to work on it when you pull it out. Alright. Engine. Okay, so now we can get a better look at it. Belts. I'll tell you what, that intake manifold looks pretty bad. I'm wondering if that's it. Ignition coils are good. I bet it's that. I bet it's the intake manifold. To get to it, we have to take all this stuff off, or the fuel rails. No, fuel rails are good. Those are good. You line it up right like this, and just click and hold. Boom. All out at once. A little tricky trick. Camshafts are good. No, the spark plugs are good. I don't feel like taking all those off. So let's just see. I bet it's this. Oh, throttle. Let's see what the throttle's like. Ooh, it doesn't look very good either. 47%. Intake manifold, 46%. So that was not it. I'm probably going to have to break this whole engine down because it's going to be something crazy inside of there. Let's go ahead and start with these belts. Belt tensioner, 46%. Yeah. What am I missing here? Why is this being difficult? Oh, I don't know. There we go. It's gonna need new belts. Auto rollers are good. I'm not even going to take any more of those off. Some more stuff I got to put back on. I'm going to have to take this pump off. That needs to be replaced. Oh, you know, I'll have to No, it could be, I don't know what it might be. Could be one of the components inside of the oil pan there, like a piston, crankshaft bracket, or one of these rod caps. Let's see, those are good. Still gotta take them off though, because I gotta get the dang crankshaft out. Pistons are good. All that's good. So there's nothing inside of there. The only thing it could be is the springs inside of the motor and on top of the pistons. I know that's probably not the correct term. No, I'm not an expert, but I think we're going to have to take all the push rods out and whatnot. But this is the fun part of the game, diagnosing, trying to figure out what the world's going on. You really gonna tell me? I guess I do have to take all that. To start with that, I gotta take this off. To start with that, I gotta take all this off. Oh, so I do have to break this entire engine down. Slip the crankshaft. Take all the timing components out. I recently had to get the timing components changed in the truck that I just sold. Only had 50,000 miles on it. Can you believe that? Should not have timing chain issues. It's a 2017 Ford F-150. Ooh, this might be our problem right here. That belt's good. That belt's good. So no, that's not our problem. Could be one of those cams up top. I'll just take them off, see what it says. 46%, 47, 47. So no, that wasn't it. No, it's not camshafts. It's not spark plugs. I'm thinking it's going to be one of these. Well, that's all built into the engine hood, so I don't even have to take all that apart. So that's nice. The head is good. Could be one of the rings, the piston rings, maybe. Could just be something under the hood. It could be the radiator. I better be making a lot of money off of this teardown. This head is good. It won't be hard putting it back together, at least. Alright, and the crankshaft. Alternator. 46, that's good. That's it, dude. We have stripped it down to the block, and we have not found our missing component. I don't believe. Yep, not discovered. So it's going to have to be something here. Could be the air filter. Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's the air filter. There it is. We found it. Well, that's simple enough. Well, I had to take this thing apart anyway to get to the crankshaft, so it's not a big deal. Alright, let's see if I have a crankshaft already. I do not. I wonder if I can repair it. Sweet. What else did I have to repair? Rod caps, strap cap is good. water pump. Good deal. Transfer case. Repaired. Gearbox. Repaired. Oh, I should have tried to repair the drive axle, I guess. Might as well just try to repair all this. Oh, no, I gotta put all that back on. I've been wasting my money on all that. Stuff that I already bought, though. Alternator good, the clutch plate. I believe it needs to be replaced. Alternator was good, throttle was good. Okay, so anything else we find, we're just gonna have to buy. I don't think I was able to, oh yeah, I was. Repaired the crankshaft. I thought I repaired that. Power steering from V8. Would it not let me repair it? I definitely would rather repair it if it'll let me. Yeah, it must be too far gone. Power steering pump for the V8. Oh, no, not that one. Go away. Where's the V8? There it is. Alright. Let's go put all these pistons back in. No, I'm not giving y'all my good ones. Gotta be careful. If you have some good ones in stock, it'll default to giving it the good ones. Might be able to use those on another project car. Not one I'm building for myself. As y'all know, I use the best of the best parts on my rebuilds. Can't use hand-me-downs. I hope we can find a pretty cool car to rebuild. I haven't been to the junkyard in a while. One thing I've yet to find is a cool truck in the junkyard. I did have one older truck. It was pretty cool. It wasn't a real truck. It was a game truck, but it was an older one. It kind of looked like an old Chevrolet. I think I lowered it. No, I wish I could have lowered it, but I put some smaller tires on it to make it look lower. There we go. We're getting there. Alright. If anybody's ever played this game before, tell me what y'all's favorite cars to work on. Let me know. Obviously, I like working on the real American cars, but these mission cars every once in a while, get them out of your garage. Need a new flywheel. Bunch of those. Pressure plate. I thought I repaired that. Maybe not. Alright. Hello viewer, how are you? Trying to get this motor rebuilt. Get it out of here. We're going to be doing a rebuild here in a second on a junkyard car. We got to go find one. First, we need to get some of this money in-house. We are running low on funds from all the rebuilds. Oh, no, I don't want to give this dude a good... No, he's not getting one of my good spark plugs. We don't have to repair that spark plug. We've given him an older one. There we go. Cam gears. Good to go. Alternator. Oh, need an oil filter. So if I could get this stream kind of going here, I'd like to get some upgraded stuff. I want to get me a camera here eventually, so y'all can see my pretty mug. But I'm gonna save up some money. I just bought me a truck, and today I actually bought a oh, I'm drawing blank. MagnaFlow. A MagnaFlow exhaust system. I'm going to install it this weekend. Hopefully it comes in. So I'll be doing a little bit of real mechanic work myself. It's pretty easy. It's literally just pulling off the muffler and putting on some straight pipes. Oh, that Hemi is going to sound good though. I'm pretty pumped up about it. I love loud vehicles. If you have a 5.7 liter V8, you gotta show it off. You can't just run around choked up with a stock muffler on it. That's just unfair to the motor, you know? That motor wants to live. It wants to scream and holler. You gotta let it do it. Alright, we just about got everything put on. Let's get all the timing components finished up, get the belts back on. Rollers are all good. Crankshaft pulley is good. That'll be. Water pump. I guess I accidentally fixed that for him. I didn't mean to. Oh yeah, got a fresh water pump, sir. I don't think I have any belts, so I need a serpentine, 2 serpentine Bs. Oh no, I don't. I'm sorry. I need an A and a B for the V8. Serp. Belts, tensioner. Oh, it's so much harder to get those belts on there than this is. I helped my buddy put in some new belts on his Ford. Oof, we were struggling. Finally did get it though. Ignition coils. Start without those. Almost there. We're getting close. We're about to go to that junkyard. I can taste it. Hoping we find a sweet vehicle. No, you ain't getting my brand new coil cover. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Take you to the cleanest. Take it off. Cover. Alright. Nope, you're not getting any of those good parts. Okay, I think that is it. That's a repaired one of them. Alright, so let's great. Install. Let's see our status. Rims, the gearbox, power steering pump. I was looking at the wrong. I was about to say, hold on, I put that on a long time ago and I fixed it. Okay, everything else, got it all. Alright. Excuse me real quick. Responding to a text message. Okay. Gearbox. Was able to repair it. That's a big deal because these things are not cheap. Was able to repair the transfer case too. Those are also not cheap. And the drive shaft, which we didn't have to replace at all. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something under here. Guess I'm not. Take care of the servos and stuff under the hood, and then we'll go get some tires. Get this out of the way, we don't need it anymore. Oh, the starter. And the front drive shaft. I knew I was missing something. I knew it! Front drive, repaired. Starter, we placed that earlier. Alright. Now we can lower it. Take care of the brake servo. And the air filter. Can't forget about the air filter. Another thing, these clips. Don't forget about your clips when you take your air filter out. Because it will screw you over. Ooh, yeah, that's a battery. I wonder if I have one. Nope. Oop. Big sausage fingers. Sorry about that. There we go. No, I don't want to give you a brand new clip. I might need that. You get that 47. Did I give him a new lid? Because it sure looks brand new. And I definitely don't want to do that either. I don't give away parts here at the Kong mechanic shop. Definitely gave them a new cover there. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry guys, you don't get that. Ain't happening. I like how the air filter isn't connected to the engine at all. It's very realistic, huh guys? Well, it's close enough. They did a good job with a bunch of details. I can't get mad about everything, you know. Let's see if we can fix that servo. Nope, buy a new one. Servo. Alright, so once we put this servo in, all we should have left to do is the tires. Let's take a peek. Rim, off-road tire, clutch release bearing. Ah, it wanted me to replace the clutch release bearing. And to do that, I have to take the gearbox back off. So that's fine. It's something little like that. It's annoying. Line it up. Alright. Drive shaft. Now, why did it let me put the gearbox on? Oh. I did put a clutch bearing on there, it's just not anchored, and that's what it wants. Put it in there. You know what, 6 bolts holding the gearbox on, it just doesn't seem very safe to me. Clutch release bearing. Now we're cooking with grease. I bet this car cranks up a lot better than it did when we cranked it up earlier. There we go. Okay, that's better. Now, let's just make sure one more time. Rim, starter. Did I not put the starter on? I thought I did. Oh. Not to mess up again, guys. I had to take all that off just now so I could get to the clutch. Yeah, I didn't do that. Alright. Okay, so we're good. Just tires now. Get these tires and then we'll head to the junkyard. Okay, so make sure I get the right type here. Alright. Always write this down so you don't mess it up. So these are Rim Classics 909, and the size is 275, 50, and a 20-inch rim. That R20, that's your rim size, so just in case you were wondering. So let's go to the tire shop. Oh, the rim shop first, I guess. Let's just do this first. Alright, so Rim Classic 09. Where are we? Alright. Classic 09. So they need 4 of them. And they need to be 20 inches and no offset. So we're in 0 offset. The offset just how much it sticks out. Make sure this is right. A 20-inch rim. Alright, good to go. Okay, now we need to go get the tires. Oh, I didn't see what type of tire they were. I think they were off-road tires. I don't remember what kind. Off-road B. I think that's what it said. Off-road tire B. That's right. Off-road tire B. Need 4 of them. The size is 20. That's your rim size. The width is 275. Oop. And the profile is 50. 4, 20-inch rim, 275, 50. Alright. And then we just got to install the tires. Classic 09 with the off-road B. Alright, let's go ahead and get these balanced. And we'll install the next ones. It's kind of a bit sometimes. pretty well timed up for me, where I could get this part done and then the other would be done. I would just go back and forth, and now it seems like getting two at a time done. Takes that balancer to balance it. Almost done. It's time to move into junkyard. I also go to barns too, but I like going to the junkyards. I feel like you get better stuff out of the junkyards. Oh yes, yes sir. It's looking good. Must have one more to balance. Thought I had 3. No. Oh. Duh, I already put 3 on the car. Duh. Oh, oil. Gotta put oil in it. Forget about the oil. And then you put the door back on. Where's the oil cap? There it is. That would be bad if I sent them their car without oil. They'd be kind of mad. I'd like to see how it starts. Let's see how quick it starts. Starts a little easier. Not much different, but definitely better. And the mirror. We should be good to go. See any red. Change oil drain. We did that. $12,000 spent. We are getting $31,000 out of it. Oof, might as well just buy you a new car, my dude. I mean, golly. A rubber bushing. Oh my god. See, guys, that's what always happens. It always happens. I bet it's back here somewhere. Bushings are there. Oh, there it is. Whew. Thank goodness we found that quick. Get out of here, car. Alright. Back to 140,000. Let's roll. I wish we could actually drive one of our cars to the barn. That would be much cooler in this game if you could actually drive all of these roads. They spend more time on the driving. Tell you what, let's go to the junkyard and then we'll go check out a barn too. Show you a barn. Never know what you find in the barn. The junkyard just has a bunch of options of different cars, but you never know what's going to be there. Alright. So we have this is one of those in-game cars. I'm not really interested in those. I like buying the mod cars. This is another one. I'm not going to mess with those. I'm looking for Mustangs or trucks. So here we have a Mustang. I like rebuilding the Mustangs. Somewhat complete. Not bad. Let's see what else we have. I've rebuilt a bunch of Mustangs. I would like to find a newer vehicle, but I think I'm going to have to go. I I just don't think they're going to have anything like that in the junkyard. I think you're just going to have to go to the auction and buy that kind of stuff. Sometimes you might find some expensive parts that you can fix and sell. Okay, so this is one that we can buy. So this is the Smith 1500. So I already did one of these. See, I don't really like doing them because I don't want this 145 horsepower motor. I want to swap it, and there's no swap options for this truck. So I think I'm gonna just pass on it for now. I'll show you all the other one I did if you want to see it though. Really? There's no other cars here? Sometimes there's some hidden back here. No. Mustang. Man, I tell you what. No good pickings at the junkyard today. Of course, I guess if I wasn't being picky, I could just buy the Mustang. But we're gonna go to a barn. Pick a good barn. Let's go to this one. Yeah, I think I'd rather do the American muscle. That's what she looks like. Not bad. I think this is it, guys. We're gonna buy this car. 27,000. Come on. That is a rip-off. I guess it. Alright, we're gonna buy it. Go ahead and put it in the garage because that's going to be our project. Let's see, sometimes you look around here and find some parts to it. Sell that for a bucket. Edge cover, I'll take care of that. I forgot how much this car was. Buy it too. Yeah. Alright, let's get back to the garage and take a peek at what we gotta do. Let's make a big profit on that. Alright, is this it? What? It looks so much worse in the barn. I guess it ain't that bad off. Wonder if it'll even turn over. I wonder it was so much. It won't turn over. Barn finds are usually in better shape than junkyard finds, but definitely need some work. Looks like Won't be too bad. Get a supercharger on this thing for sure. Alright, well, we are not going to be able to get to this tonight. We've come to the end of the stream. I hope those of y'all that stopped by, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Next time we play this game, this is going to be our project. We are going to rebuild this engine and customize this Plymouth Road Runner. Looking forward to it. Hope y'all are too. So make sure you are following the page and keeping up with what I'm going to stream. I want to make it more. I want to make a better schedule. Stick to the same game each week on each day of each week. Instead of just kind of guess game. But I'll figure that out eventually. I'd like to get some new streaming tools and whatnot. But that's just if I can get some more support. If I can actually turn this stream into something nice, which I'm trying to do, I think I'll invest in it a little more. So drop by, let me know what you think about the car. Let me know what other games you like to see. Maybe this isn't a game people want to watch. I don't know. I enjoy playing it, so that's why I'm playing it. But definitely want to play games that everybody wants to watch. So if y'all would rather watch some truck sim or some flight sim or some mud runner or whatnot, just let me know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Other than that, I will see y'all tomorrow, 8:20 p.m. Central Time. Same place. Not sure what we're going to play tomorrow. I'm thinking probably some American Truck Simulator, if I had to guess. I think that's what we're going to play. That is probably my favorite game. And I think a lot of other people enjoy watching that game be played too. So, time to go to sleep over here for this old mechanic. We will see y'all on the flip side. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you very much. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and the follow button on the Facebook. Share, like, spread the word, guys. Please help me out. Help me get the stream going. I appreciate everything. Y'all have a great night.